Hey everyone, how are you doing? As you can probably hear, I'm pretty sick, so this video is going to be quite interesting. But I wanted to make it. I wasn't going to make it today, but then I was like, you know what, fuck it, why not just make it today before I go to bed? So I'm also very tired. But I have sat there and I've watched this Criminal Ventures video a couple times now, and I can't lie, it has me even more excited. What's going on? Why is Saints Row looking this positive? It's fucking great. Um, so this to me screams like just a ton of fun again. Like having all these different empires you can build in different ways, and there's so much replay value now. The problem with Saints Row and the common complaint for Saints Row is after you beat the story, there's nothing to do, which is true. It has always been true. Let's be honest. No matter what the Saints Row, besides activities, there's nothing to do. This gives you another reason to replay the game, to build it a different way, to, do these things a different way to how you originally did them. And I think that's really interesting and really good for Saints Row. It gets rid of that main complaint because honestly, it's something we'll struggle with. I mean, imagine if we had to play a game like Saints Row 3 in 2021 for like another 5 years. It'd be boring. We'd get bored after the first year. Whereas playing this with different ways of going about the game, it looks like it's gonna last a lot longer longevity wise. And I think that's really important for a game. So it sounds great. But let's actually discuss what I saw and what seems interesting. So, Let's Pretend's back. I spotted that and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So that's one of my favourite clothing stores. It's pretty cool. I used to always get all the fun items from there, all the cool looking ones. I used to always dress up as I remember when I was a kid in Central 3, I'd dress up as Stillport PD, and I'd walk around with a slightly off color police uniform, trying to blend in with the other cops. I don't know why, it was just fun for me as a kid. And then also Boone basically talks about the fact that um, there's ways you can build this to have a full on organization and have money coming in. And this to me screams like City Takeover. Imagine Saints Row 3's City Takeover or 2's, but expanded to a degree where it's different every time you play. That sounds great. You can play Saints Row 3 and you just walk around buying buildings to get more money in your bank. Not with this. No, you do activities to get up your businesses and expand them and have more things going on, and it just seems really cool, like a great idea. So he also mentions the fact that there's exclusive characters. That is really interesting and something I'm quite excited for. Having exclusive characters again gives us another reason to replay for it. I mean, if you play through the game once and don't do, say, Jim Rob's like car business or whatever it is, then when you play through it and meet Jim Robs in the second playthrough, you're going to have a full new storyline to expand on. I mean, I'm sure it won't be super in-depth storyline, it'll just be go here, do this, but meeting new characters every time you play through the game sounds interesting, especially on a map this big. Another thing I noticed as well was that camera. It looks like the camera's coming back for casing the place, but hopefully that's in free roam. It just makes stuff like getting thumbnails and getting cool pictures of with friends a lot easier, especially with having the HUD on screen. It would make stuff pretty ideal. And I actually hope that's in the game because it's not really great for most people, but for me, it makes getting stuff like thumbnails a lot easier, and I think it's important. Another thing I want to just quickly point out is it looks like the HUD's fully disableable. I mean, look at all these gameplay things. You can see the fact that there's nothing on the screen as they're driving around. Now that could just purely be for promotion, but to me, I don't see anything on screen HUD-wise, and that is a good thing. Because the way I see it, the more stuff we can disable, the happier people will be. Because people will, as always, find a reason to complain about something they don't like. And if they have the option to turn that off, it makes their complaints seem stupid. And that is something I like. So, the more options we have for this game is going to be great. And honestly, I've got this feeling that anyone who gives this game a chance will go back and play the older Saints Rows and find them harder to play because of the lacking content. Saints Row 2 was the most full game content-wise, yeah? But I've got a feeling with stuff like this, criminal organisation we're forming here, to me, it just screams that when we go back and play these older Saints Row games, the nostalgia will be there, but the content won't. I feel like this is a real innovation, and Saints Row has never been afraid to change. That is something Saints Row, you have to credit it for. It has never been afraid to go, fuck it, let's change it up. And that's something I love about Saints Row. For good or bad, it just does what the fuck it wants. And I like that energy. Because most of the time, the shit it wants is the shit I want. A new game, completely fresh, completely original, where they just go, fuck it, let's change all the rules and have a good game. And that's something I'm cool with. It was something I wasn't happy with when Saints Row 4 was out. But now that time's going on, honestly, it's kept the series fresh. And a lot of people will sit there and complain we didn't get a game exactly like Saints Row 2. And I get it. I do. I keep hearing the fact that I'm closed-minded for not understanding why the old fans are upset. I completely understand. Watch my reaction. I was just upset. I was just as upset as you. But why hold it against the game? I'm not going to just trash the game because it's not what I wanted at that time. You know what I mean? So, this looks fun. And I think, again, that is the most important point. This looks fun. Everything I see just looks super interesting. Like the nuclear plant. What? Getting rid of nuclear waste from corporations? That reminds me of that one zombie mission that Mayor Reynolds gives you in Saints Row 3. What I'm trying to say is, if any of my viewers are on the fence about this game, give it a chance, okay? I genuinely think people will enjoy this game if they give it a fair shot. I think this game has been trashed from the very beginning, and it'll become one of those hidden gem games that people won't really play, but anyone who has played it will call it one of the best games they've ever played. It's a shame, really. It's a shame it went down like this. And you know what? People blame the CGI. I don't. I blame the reboot wall. The reboot wall was where I really started to grow, so I do appreciate it to a certain degree. But the way they put the graffiti on as if it was like old school graffiti kind of just like misled people, and it sucks. But this game, it looks good, and I really hope that any of my viewers watching who are on the fence give it a chance. Because as someone who hasn't even played the game, I feel this is going to be one of the best games I play. Like, ever. I'm telling you, this will probably be in my, like, top 5 games of all time. I just know it. Like, everything I see looks great. And I'm not expecting the world or anything. I'm not expecting the best game in the world. Like, it's not that big of a deal. But I really, I can only, like, judge what I've seen, for example. I mean, we could have a Cyberpunk situation. It happens. But from what I've seen, it just looks really good. Content-wise, gameplay-wise, graphic-wise, map-wise, even character-wise now. The characters have grown on me. I'll admit it. I like these characters. So, what's holding the game back for me? Nothing. I can't wait till February. And I can't wait to learn more about it. Let's go. Saints Row, you're back, and I'm happy for it. Thanks for watching, everyone. See ya.